Hey guys, come on downstairs. We're doing a little Southern Utah Thunderbirds Dynasty. It's this week in Conference USA for week number 7. And we're going to get to some highlights of some conference teams, starting off with Weber State at number 18, Mississippi State from Starkville, Mississippi. Mississippi State up 20-0 as we near halftime. And they are going to add to the lead. Keith Mixon, a 31-yard touchdown reception from Heffley. And Mississippi State is rolling over the Wildcats of Weber State. Again, before halftime, wide open is Jamal Couch. And Mississippi State goes up 34-0. And the Bulldogs roll to the victory by a score of 44-7. So Weber State drops to 1-4 and 0-2 in Conference USA. And we head to Huntington, West Virginia with the Marshall Thundering Herd at 3-0. 2-0 in conference facing the Old Dominion Monarchs. ODU coming off of an upset of Florida International last week. And they are going to try to pull off another one. Marshall leading 7-3 early in the second quarter. Jamonte Jackson, a 16-yard carry, takes it down near the goal line. And ODU will try to punch it in here to take the lead. They do. It's Jamonte Jackson again. And the Monarchs lead 16-14 late in the third quarter when Garrett Morrell has his screen pass route jumped and taken to the house for 6. ODU up 23-14, 3:47 to go in the game. Garrett Morrell slides down at the 3-yard line. Marshall trying to make it a one-score game here with a touchdown. And Garrett Morrell's going to run it in. Linebackers just standing there watching him. 4-yard touchdown run by Garrett Morrell. It's 23-21. ODU trying to put the dagger in. And it's John James, a 1-yard touchdown run. And ODU with a second straight week of an upset. 30-28 over Marshall. Marshall falls to 2-1 in conference. ODU improves to 2-1. To Boca Raton, Florida we go. Florida Atlantic and the Tulane Green Wave. FAU up 3-0 early in the third quarter. Here at home, the big tight end or fullback. That might have been a fullback actually. Breaking tackles down inside the 30 to the 25 goes the Owls. And more tackle breaking. Devin Singletary, a 9-yard gain. And then he powers his way into the end zone. Kareth White Jr. for the touchdown. FAU up 13-0. Late in the third quarter. Tulane deep down the right sideline. Catch is made for the touchdown. And Tulane is on the board finally. On the long touchdown pass. That cuts the lead to 13-7. Tulane a chance to take the lead now on 4th down and 6 from inside the 10. And Tyreek Starks is not going to make it. They turn it over on downs. And FAU has the football now. FAU up the middle goes Devin Singletary. 23-yard carry. Just over 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Here is Singletary again. He gets to the edge and gets down inside the Tulane 30-yard line. 1st down and 10. The run up the middle by Kareth White Jr. gets him down to the 4. 1st down and goal for the Owls trying to ice the game. And it's Kareth White Jr. with a 4-yard touchdown run. And Florida International goes on to win 19-14. They improved to 3-0 in Conference USA, 4-2 overall. Tulane drops to 1-2 in the conference and 3-3 overall. Next up, a snowy West Point, New York for the North Texas Mean Green and the undefeated Army Black Knights. Army is 6-0. North Texas leading 3-0, looking to add more points. Late in the first quarter, over the middle, Arthur Webb makes the catch for the touchdown. And that puts the Mean Green up 10-0. North Texas looking for the upset, up 16-3 early in the third. On a 2nd down and 5, a broken tackle, and this one could go all the way. He is dragged down at the 10. 2nd down and 2 now at the goal line. Early in the third, and Mason Fine goes in for the touchdown. And North Texas pulls off an upset, handing the Army Black Knights their first loss of the season. Conversely, it's the first win of the year for the Mean Green. They're 1-3 and sit at 0-2 in Conference USA. Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Rainy day in Hattiesburg. Southern Miss and the UTEP Miners. UTEP leading 28-10 late in the third. Southern Miss trying to make a comeback. A pass over the middle, and Jesse Abozu breaks the tackle, takes it in from 24 yards out on the pass from Keon Howard. And Southern Miss cuts into the lead. 28-17 now. Southern Miss looking to add another one. And Patrick Brooks gets the ball to break the plane. It is 28-23 with 3:10 to go in the fourth quarter, but that is as close as the Golden Eagles would get. UTEP gets the win 28-23 in Hattiesburg. They improved to 2-3. They are 2-0 in Conference USA. Southern Miss 2-3, 1-1 in conference. UTSA non-conference game on the road in Fort Collins, Colorado. Colorado State Rams at 2-4. The Roadrunners at 1-3. And Colorado State late in the first quarter looking to get on the board first. Another rainy day. It's raining all over the country here, snowing in New York. Robert Allen, a 6-yard touchdown reception, puts the Rams up by a score of 7-0 late in the first. UTSA trying to answer now in the third. It is Jalen Henderson. He gets across the goal line for the touchdown. However, UTSA would miss the extra point, so Colorado State would lead 7-6. And now UTSA holding a 12-7 lead as they scored a touchdown and missed a 2-point conversion. And Colorado State, late in the fourth quarter with a minute and a half left, Tony Thomas from 32 yards out. J.C. Robles has thrown the ball 60 times for the Rams. It's 13-12 Colorado State, less than a minute to go. On 4th down, UTSA turns it over, and Colorado State will get the ball back. CSU would put a field goal on the board, and they lead 16-12 with 21 seconds to go. UTSA with another desperation shot. And Jalen Henderson throws it deep down the left sideline. Catch is made down to the 21-yard line by Andrew Hansen. I don't know what it is with UTSA and like Hail Marys and stuff. They completed one against us last year. Jalen Henderson over the middle now, or to the right sideline, I should say. Andrew Hansen makes the catch. And UTSA comes back in the final seconds to take an 18-16 non-conference win out of Fort Collins. So those are all the highlights we have. Let's look at a couple other scores in Conference USA. The Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders improved to 2-0 in conference by beating New Mexico State 35-28. The Aggies remain winless on the year. Louisiana Tech 24-17 over the Golden Hurricane of Tulsa. Bulldogs are 2-0 in the conference. Tulsa 1-1, and of course our score, Florida International beat us 24-20. We dropped to 0-2 in conference, 1-4 overall. Let's look at the standings in the West Division for week number 7. UTEP, the only undefeated team in conference in the West Division, 2-0. Tulsa and Texas San Antonio at 1-1. North Texas is at 1-2. Southern Utah, Weber State, and Rice are all 0-2 and 1-4 overall, and New Mexico State 0-3 and 0-5. Overall. Up next, we play the third place Texas San Antonio Roadrunners. They are 1-1 in conference and 2-3 overall. And that will be our next opponent on the road in San Antonio. Over in the other division, the Florida Atlantic Owls at 3-0, Middle Tennessee at 2-0, Louisiana Tech at 2-0, Marshall is 2-1. Old Dominion and Florida International are also 2-1. Southern Miss 1-1, and Tulane 1-2. Florida International is 4-1 overall, but just 2-1 in conference. They are in 6th place after that victory over us. So the early favorites here: Florida Atlantic, Middle Tennessee, Louisiana Tech, all undefeated in the East Division. So that is it for this week in Conference USA. For Week 7, up next we have the Southern Utah Thunderbirds at the UTSA Roadrunners from Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, here on Southern Utah Thunderbirds Dynasty on Mama's Basement Sports Gaming.